Have you ever picked up on a subtle scent and thought, could that be me? You are not alone, and there is no need to feel shy about it. Today, we are exploring 8 surprising bathroom habits that doctors say might be making older women smell less fresh. Even when you are doing your best to stay clean, stick around until the end for simple tips to keep you feeling radiant and confident at any age. If you find this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you never miss a video. Drop a 1 in the comments if you are excited to learn, or a 0 if you want me to tweak things for next time. Let us jump in. 1. Overdoing it with soap in our intimate areas. Ladies, I will share a personal story that flipped my hygiene routine upside down. Back in the day, I treated my showers like a mission to scrub every inch of myself spotless. I would lather up with sweet-smelling soaps and body washes, especially down there, thinking more bubbles meant more freshness. Those colorful bottles of feminine washes at the store only fueled my enthusiasm. Promising a burst of floral confidence, I was convinced I was doing everything right, chasing that gold star for cleanliness. But here is the surprising truth I wish someone had shared with me sooner. This intense washing was causing more trouble than good. Our intimate areas are like a finely balanced ecosystem, complete with good bacteria and a specific pH level, usually between 3.8 and 4.5. This natural setup keeps things healthy, odor-free, and running smoothly like a perfectly tuned machine. But when we go overboard with harsh soaps, scented washes, or even those gentle-looking feminine products, we throw that balance out of whack. These products, often packed with fragrances, chemicals, or alcohol, strip away the helpful bacteria and mess with the natural acidity. What happens next? The door swings open for harmful bacteria or yeast to take over, leading to irritation, odors, or even infections like bacterial vaginosis or yeast issues. Not because we are not clean, but because we have scrubbed away the very system designed to protect us. I learned this lesson after years of frustration, wondering why my efforts to stay fresh kept backfiring. A heart-to-heart with my doctor opened my eyes. The vagina is self-cleaning. It produces mucus that naturally clears out dead cells and bacteria. No internal scrubbing required. For the external areas, like the vulva, warm water is often enough. If you want a cleanser, pick a fragrance-free, pH-balanced option made for intimate skin, and use just a little on the outside only. Steer clear of wipes, sprays, or douche. They might feel refreshing, but they can dry you out or cause itching. My advice? Trust your body's wisdom. If you notice an ongoing odor or discomfort, skip the extra soap and check with a healthcare provider to get to the root of it. Your body knows what it is doing, so let it shine. This small shift has been a game changer for me, and I bet it will be for you too. 2. Using old or unwashed bathrobes. Picture this: you step out of a hot, steamy shower, feeling like a brand new person. You reach for your favorite bathrobe, soft and familiar, and wrap yourself in its cozy embrace. It is like a warm hug, the perfect end to your cleansing ritual. But here is a question that might give you pause. When was the last time you washed that robe? I will confess, I used to let mine go far too long without a trip to the laundry. My logic was simple: I only wear it after a shower when I am squeaky clean, so it must stay fresh. Right. Oh, how I was mistaken. The truth is, bathrobes can be sneaky culprits in our hygiene routine. When you slip into your robe post-shower, your skin is still damp, and that moisture soaks into the fabric. If you hang it in a cramped, steamy bathroom or toss it on a hook without much airflow, you are creating a playground for bacteria, mold, and mildew. Those damp fibers become a cozy home for microbes. And over time, your robe can start to carry a faint, musty smell. I started noticing an odd whiff on my skin, even right after showering. And for a while, I blamed my soap or lotion. Then it hit me, my beloved. Unwashed robe was the troublemaker. Here is the science. That trapped moisture in your robe's fabric is a magnet for germs. If it does not dry properly, those microbes multiply, turning your cozy wrap into something less than fresh. The odor clings to your clean skin, undoing all your hard work in the shower. But do not worry. The fix is straightforward and totally worth it. I now wash my bathrobe every week. No excuses. To make it easier, I bought a second robe so I can rotate them, always having a clean, dry one ready. When I hang my robe, I choose a spot with good ventilation, like an open rack, instead of letting it sit in a damp corner. Since making these changes, my post-shower routine feels like a luxury. My robe smells like fresh laundry, crisp and inviting, and my skin stays as clean as it should. It is a small tweak that elevates the whole experience. Try washing your robe weekly and hanging it where it can breathe. You will feel the difference. And your robe will go back to being the comforting friend it is meant to be. This simple habit keeps your hygiene on point and your confidence soaring. Give it a go, and I bet you will never let an unwashed robe linger again. 3. Ignoring your feet. I will be honest. I used to give my feet the bare minimum in the shower. I would let the water splash over them, maybe give them a quick swipe with a soapy cloth, and call it a day. They were not dirty to the naked eye, so I figured they were fine, especially tucked away in socks and shoes all day. But as time went on, I started catching a whiff of something sour from my sneakers, even on days when I had not been running around or sweating buckets. It was mortifying, and I was stumped about what was going on. Here is the scoop. As we age, our skin does not shed dead cells as quickly as it used to. Those cells pile up on our feet, especially around the heels and between the toes, creating a buffet for bacteria that love to stir up odors. Plus, our feet are sweat machines, with over 250,000 sweat glands pumping out moisture. If you do not stay on top of it, that combo of dead skin and dampness turns your feet into a sneaky source of stink. My half-hearted foot washing routine was letting this buildup linger, and it was sabotaging my freshness. Now, I have turned things around, and the difference is night and day. In the shower, I dedicate a solid minute to my feet. I grab a soft washcloth and a gentle, fragrance-free soap, scrubbing every inch, from the soles to the heels, and especially between the toes where bacteria love to hide. Once a week, I use a pumice stone to gently slough off dead skin, but I keep it light to avoid irritation. The real secret, though, is drying my feet thoroughly afterward. I pat them dry with a clean towel, making sure no moisture lingers between the toes, because that is where trouble starts. For extra protection, especially in summer or when I am stuck in closed-toe shoes all day, I dust a bit of antifungal foot powder into my socks or shoes to keep things dry and odor-free. This routine is not just about banishing smells. It is about honoring the hard-working feet that carry us through life. Ignoring them can lead to issues like athlete's foot or cracked heels, especially if you have health conditions like diabetes. So, ladies, let us pamper our feet a little. A thorough wash, a careful dry, and maybe a soothing foot soak now, and then we'll keep them fresh, healthy, and ready to strut your stuff. Your feet are your foundation, so give them the care they deserve. 4. Leaving the toilet lid open when flushing. I will admit, when I first heard about this, I thought it sounded like something from a weird science fair project. But once I learned the facts, I could not unsee the problem. For years, I flushed without a second thought. Lid open? unaware that I was setting off a hidden hygiene hazard right in my own bathroom. Here is what happens. When you flush with the lid up, you are unleashing what scientists call a toilet plume. It is like a tiny, invisible geyser spraying microscopic droplets into the air. These droplets can carry bacteria, viruses, and other nasty particles, shooting out at surprising speeds. Research shows they can travel up to 6 feet or more, floating around for minutes or even hours. Think about that for a second. Those particles do not just disappear. They land on everything nearby. Your toothbrush on the counter, your hairbrush, your towels, even your skincare products. If you are standing close by, they might even settle on your skin or get inhaled. It gets worse. If you use scented toilet bowl cleaners or air fresheners, those chemical residues get swept up in the plume too, creating a mist that is not just gross, but potentially irritating to your lungs. I used to think my bathroom was spotless because I scrubbed the surfaces regularly, but I was missing this sneaky source of contamination. The good news, there is a super easy fix. Always close the toilet lid before you flush. Since I started doing this, my bathroom feels cleaner, fresher, and more like the sanctuary it should be. This simple habit cuts down on the spread of bacteria and those subtle odors that can build up over time, even in a tidy space. It is not just about dodging the yuck factor, though that is a big motivator. Closing the lid makes your bathroom a healthier place. Plain and simple. I have made it a reflex now, and it takes zero effort. Next time you flush, just drop the lid first. Your toothbrush, your skin, and your peace of mind will thank you. It is a small tweak with a huge payoff, turning your bathroom into a true haven of cleanliness. Give it a try, and I bet you will wonder why you did not start sooner. Let us keep those plumes where they belong, out of sight and out of the air. 5. Slipping into bed with the same underwear you wore all day. I will own up to this one. There were nights when I would get ready for bed, pull on my favorite comfy pajamas, and pause. My underwear felt fine, and I had not exactly been running a marathon. So I would shrug and think, why bother changing? It seemed like no big deal. Just a harmless shortcut to hitting the pillow faster. But here is the truth I learned. This small choice could be quietly undermining your freshness. Especially as we get older. Throughout the day, our bodies are busy producing sweat, oils, and moisture. Even if we are just chilling at home, these bits, along with skin cells and bacteria, collect in our underwear. When you keep that same pair on for bedtime, you are trapping all that stuff against your skin for hours in a warm, snug environment. It is like rolling out the red carpet for odor-causing bacteria to thrive. This is especially true if your underwear is made of synthetic fabrics like nylon or polyester, which do not breathe as well as natural fibers like cotton. Over time, this can lead to irritation, extra moisture, and yes, those unwanted whiffs that linger when you wake up. I used to think I was saving time, but I was setting myself up for discomfort. Doctors and skin experts say it is best to swap out your daytime underwear for a fresh pair before bed. Better yet, choose cotton or another breathable material that lets air flow and wicks away moisture. For those who are game, an even freer option is to skip underwear altogether at night, giving your skin a chance to breathe fully. This can help keep sensitive areas drier, cut down on irritation, and leave you feeling crisp and comfortable in the morning. Since I made this switch, my mornings feel like a little luxury. It is such a simple tweak, but it adds a boost of confidence to start the day. I now keep a stack of soft, cotton underwear just for bedtime, and it feels like a treat to slip into something clean. This small habit helps your skin stay happy and keeps odors at bay, so you wake up feeling as fresh as your just washed sheets. Try it out, and I bet you will love the difference. Your body will thank you for giving it that extra bit of care. and you will drift off knowing you are keeping things clean and comfy from head to toe. 6. Not cleaning the trash bin in the bathroom. I will be real with you. For the longest time, I barely gave mine a second thought. I had a small, lidded bin tucked by the toilet for tossing tissues, cotton pads, and other bits and pieces. My routine was simple: empty it when it got full. And that was that. I figured as long as I kept the rest of the bathroom sparkling, the trash bin was no big deal. But then I noticed a faint, stubborn whiff in the air, even after scrubbing every surface. That is when I realized my innocent-looking bin was hiding a not-so-fresh secret. Here is the deal. Even a tiny trash bin can turn into a hotspot for odors and bacteria if you do not stay on top of it. Every item you toss in, whether it is a damp tissue, a used hygiene product, or a seemingly harmless cotton swab, leaves behind traces of moisture and organic stuff. In a lidded bin, those bits get trapped in a warm, humid space, creating a perfect breeding ground for bacteria and mold. Over time, this builds up into a subtle but persistent musty or sour smell that can creep through your bathroom. No matter how much you clean elsewhere, I was shocked to learn my pristine bathroom had an odor I had gotten used to, all because I was neglecting this one spot. The fix is so easy it is almost embarrassing. I did not start sooner. Now, I empty my bathroom bin every couple of days. Even if it is not full, once a week, I give it a quick scrub with a disinfectant spray or a mix of water and vinegar to wipe out any lingering germs or smells. For an extra boost, I sprinkle a pinch of baking soda or a drop of lavender essential oil at the bottom of the bin to keep odors in check. These steps take maybe 5 minutes, but they have completely transformed my bathroom's vibe. It feels consistently fresh, and I have even had friends comment on how clean and welcoming the space is. This small habit makes a massive difference. A well-kept trash bin is not just about dodging bad smells. It is about creating a bathroom that feels like a true retreat. Give it a try. Empty your bin more often. Give it a weekly wipe down, and add a touch of odor-neutralizing magic. You will be amazed at how much fresher your space feels. Your bathroom deserves to be a haven, and this little tweak gets you one step closer. Trust me, once you make this part of your routine, you will wonder how you ever skipped it. 7. Not washing towels often enough. I will confess, I used to be pretty lax about washing mine. My reasoning was straightforward. I step out of the shower all clean and shiny, so my towel must stay fresh too. Right. I would let it hang in the bathroom for days, maybe even a week, thinking it was no big deal. But then, I started noticing a faint, musty smell on my skin, even right after a good scrub. That is when it hit me, my trusty towel was working against me. Here is the deal. Bath towels soak up moisture like nobody's business. And that dampness creates a paradise for bacteria, mold, and fungi. Every time you dry off and hang your towel in a steamy bathroom, especially one with poor airflow, you are setting the stage for a microbial party. Those germs, including skin bacteria and even mildew, do not just make your towel smell funky, they can hitch a ride back onto your freshly washed skin. For me, this was a real eye-opener. I thought I was being eco-friendly by reusing my towel to save on laundry, but I was unknowingly letting my hygiene take a hit. Experts, like dermatologists, suggest washing your bath towels after every 3 to 4 uses to keep those pesky microbes in check. If you live in a humid area or your bathroom does not have great ventilation, like no windows or a weak fan, you might need to wash them even more often. Maybe after just 2 uses. I have since switched up my routine, and it has made a huge difference. I now keep a rotation of 3 towels. 1 I am using, 1 drying after a wash, and 1 ready to go. This way, I am never stuck with a damp, germy towel. Another tip: Make sure your towel dries completely between uses. Spread it out flat on a rack instead of letting it bunch up. And if your bathroom feels like a sauna, consider a small dehumidifier to keep things dry. Since I started washing my towels more often and making sure they air out properly, my skin feels cleaner, my bathroom smells crisp, and that musty odor is long gone. It is a simple change that packs a big punch. Give it a try, and I promise you will notice the difference in no time. Your towels deserve some love, and so do you. 8. Neglecting to clean my underarms after shaving. I used to think shaving my pits was the ultimate shortcut to freshness. After all, removing hair means less space for sweat and odor to hang out. Right. That is true in theory, but I was missing a crucial step that makes all the difference. Shaving does more than just cut hair. It acts like a mini exfoliator, scraping off dead skin, leftover deodorant, and even some of the bacteria living on your skin. Sounds great. But here is the kicker: that gunk does not vanish on its own. When you shave, all that debris, dead skin, deodorant bits, and stirred up bacteria can stay behind, clinging to your freshly shaved underarms. If you do not clean it off, it becomes a playground for microbes, especially in the warm, moist environment of your armpits. Your pits are like a luxury resort for bacteria. With over 1 million microbes per square inch, shaving shakes things up, but without proper follow-through, it can make odors worse, not better. I used to notice a stubborn whiff by midday, even after shaving, and I could not figure out why my efforts were not paying off. The solution is so simple, it feels like a secret weapon. After shaving, I gently rinse my underarms with warm water to wash away the debris. Then, I take a soft, clean washcloth and lightly wipe the area. No harsh scrubbing, since shaved skin can be sensitive. This quick cleanse sweeps away the dead skin, bacteria, and deodorant residue, leaving my underarms truly clean. I pat them dry with a fresh towel and let them air out for a few minutes before applying deodorant. I use this time to do my face routine, like applying cleanser or moisturizer, giving my pits a moment to breathe. This small habit has been a total game changer. My underarms feel fresher for longer, and that midday odor is history. It is like unlocking a new level of clean I did not know I was missing. Try adding this step to your routine. Rinse, wipe gently, dry, and pause before deodorant. It takes less than a minute but makes you feel confident all day. Your underarms deserve this extra care, especially after the work of shaving. Give it a shot, and I bet you will love the boost of freshness. It is a tiny tweak with a big payoff, keeping you feeling your best from morning to night. That wraps up our dive into 8 bathroom habits that might affect your freshness. From soap overuse to unwashed robes, these tweaks can transform your routine. Embrace them to feel vibrant and confident every day. If you love these tips, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Drop a 1 in the comments to share your favorite tip, or a 0 for feedback. Thanks for watching. And here is to staying fresh and fabulous at any age.